Speaking of the Pittsburgh Steelers, as you may know, they're facing the Jets on Sunday.
Oh, really?
And according to Vivid Seats, all right, based on their projections on tickets sold and where the tickets were sold, they are projecting how many Steeler fans will be at MetLife Stadium on Sunday afternoon.
Oh, come on. Let's hear it.
48% of the stadium, Steeler fans.
You can't let that happen.
Same old
Are you
Jets.
selling your tickets?
I may have made a business decision.
Oh, come on.
Evan.
I had to.
50-yard line. First row.
I had to.
Come on.
You know why I had to?
It's the first game of the season.
Understanding.
It's Aaron Rodgers.
First of all, I go there to see my team, not who we're facing. That's number one. Number two, the reason I made the business decision is not because someone offered an absurd amount of money, because that's not even true. It's the fact that the Giants play at 1 o'clock, the Mets play at 1 o'clock, and the Yankees play at 1 o'clock.
You want the DVR king?
Right, and can you forget baseball for opening day?
Mets Reds. Yankees Blue Jays. It's rough. I want to do my job as well as I can.
No. When this show started, Evan,
What?
You made a big proclamation to the three of us because you were missed to go to all the games.
Yes.
When there are big moments, I think it's important and of value for the show to be there. I just plucked down $400 to ride a train down to Landover, Maryland, because I think it's important for the show that I'm there. And you're selling your ticket to Steeler fans?
Well, first of all, I don't know if it was a Steeler fan. That's number one.
Well, that graphic would tell you likely.
And number two, I will.
It's a 50-50 chance it was.
That's true. 50-50. I'll be at least half the Jet games this year. I just had to make a decision based on Sunday with everybody happening at 1 o'clock. I got to watch everything. I'm going to be in my TV room with all the TVs set up. Jets will get the big screen. Giants will get a nice little teeny-weeny screen. Mets will have a nice-sized screen.
It's all right. We have a presence there with the Giants. We don't need you to worry about the Giants. We got the Giants.
All right, thank you.
Good.
Yeah, we're good. You know what? When we do Giants next Monday, Evan, sit it out. Go to the bathroom. Me and Tiki got you covered with Tommy.
So when we do Jets, Mets, and Yankees, you sit it out? Is that what you're telling me?
Fair.
I want to play you a clip from Aaron Glenn earlier today. It was a very thought-provoking question by Rich Cimini, who simply said, in fact, you know what? Play the clip of the question with the answer and just stop it after the question, and then we'll play it again, because I want you to hear exactly how it was worded, and then we can play along on what Aaron Glenn's answer is and what our answer should be as Jet fans.
What to you would define a successful season?
All right, stop right there. What to you would define a successful season? It's a very interesting question.
Right.
Because I was actually on the phone earlier today with Joe B. I was checking in on my man. And I said to him, this is before I heard Aaron Glenn, I said, I got to tell you, bro, the successful season for me is making the playoffs. Joe almost had a heart attack laughing at me. I'd love to. Are we serious?
Why, you think it's an impossibility?
He does not think it's happening. He does, and I think a lot of people feel that way. And my point to him was, I'm not telling you it's going to happen. I'm just answering, hey, this would be the only thing that pleases me. This is a team that hasn't seen the postseason since 2010.
Right.
Since January of 11. I'm sorry, like an 8-win season doesn't do it for me. Now, that doesn't mean I'd want Aaron Glenn fired or anything crazy like that. I'm just giving the honest answer on what would be a successful season. So Aaron Glenn's going to give an answer. Do you have an answer on what a successful season would be?
I would say, because I don't know if making the playoffs is defining a successful season. It would be a little bit nuanced, but I would, if I was Aaron Glenn, I'm saying we need to win some games, obviously. Not putting a number on it, because as soon as you do that, you're going to get defined by that number. But I need to feel like our team makes progress every single week, and we have good players. That's success.
That's a very coach's answer.
That's what coaches should say.
No, I gotcha. I'm just answering it as a fan. Like, if you were in my shoes as a Jet fan, what would be a successful season? Because win totals do matter. Like, I'm sorry. We can sit here all day and say, it doesn't matter. Of course it does. I want to win games.
I don't think,
Sick of losing.
I don't think you can say if the Jets don't make the postseason that it's a non-successful season. So I have to stop short of saying they have to make the postseason. I think the biggest thing they're doing is evaluating the talent,
right,
particularly at quarterback and running back probably as well. Offensive line, I think we kind of know that's about right.
They've invested enough first-round picks on them.
Secondary is something they're also evaluating. It's hard to pinpoint. I really don't have a feel at all for the New York Jets. And partly it's because they're radio silent on purpose. This is the culture shift that Aaron Glenn has created, especially in the wake of what Robert Saleh was, which was open and and out there with everything, including to Joe B, who would spill it. But you don't feel like you have a sense of what the plan is. That's probably intentional.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to assume that's a good thing. But if they start poorly and they look lost like they have it, other times in their history, the fact that we don't know is going to make it worse.
Here is the question again, Aaron Glenn's answer, and I'll give you my answer.
What to you would define a successful season?
What would define a successful season? I want to be a team to where the fans will look up and say, we're proud of that team. And if they say that, I'll be happy. I'll be happy because within that, I know that wins will come.
Couple of things. I love the way he repeats the question, which tells you it's a good one. The fact that he had to repeat it is, boy, I got to think of a good answer.
Yeah,
This is a good question.
Let me stall for a second by repeating what you just said. Or you could just pause like Jalen Hurts did when asked what his favorite book was.
That's true. That's true. And I don't mind the pause. Like, I think sometimes Aaron Judge pauses all the time when he's asked questions. Right. I think that's a good thing because it means you're thinking about it. You're not just throwing it away and giving coach speak. Like, he paused, he thought about it. And then he paused again. And then he gives us the Jet fans are proud. Now, here's what's brilliant about this answer. He just put it on us. He just put it on me. What makes me proud may be different than what keeps some of our callers proud, or what would make Joe B proud, or BT proud as a Jet fan. Like, we all may have different answers. So I respect the brilliance of somehow putting it on us because he made it about the fans. He said, I want the fans to be proud. Well, what the hell is that?
But can't that backfire if the product is just terrible and the fans are the farthest thing from proud?
Well, then it wasn't a successful season, according to Aaron Glenn. He's asked, what's a successful season? Now,
but that's weird now that I think about it, the way that you just laid that out.
I thought it was a brilliant answer.
It's brilliant because you're a fan.
Yes.
But now I'm thinking from the opposite view, from an internal view. That can't be what you're judging the season on if you're Aaron Glenn or Darren Muji or ownership or whoever. It can't be, well, the fans are proud of us even if we were 2-15.
The fans are not going to be proud of us.
You know what I mean? Or whatever it is. Like, there has to be some sort of metric or expectation that they've set internally. I think he just doesn't want to say it.
And what is it?
And I'm not saying it's wins or anything. There has to be something else.
Well, I really think it should be and is what I'm about to say. And I've said this before. This is not the first time I've ever said this on Evan Tiki, though it may be the first time you've heard it. My measure of success is the in the hunt graphic. And I know that sounds nuts, but it's true.
Yeah, it is.
I want to be in the hunt. I want in December the Jet logo to be in the graphic. Doesn't mean they're in a wild card spot. Doesn't mean they're leading the division. That feels unrealistic. That'd be amazing. I'd be thrilled. But I want to be in the hunt because it feels like other than 2015, the year where they choked in Buffalo, they're never in the hunt. When have they been in the hunt? So, Coach Glenn, if you're listening, I am a season ticket holder who sometimes sells his tickets. So I'm sorry I won't be there on Sunday. What would make me proud is you keeping this season relevant through December. Is that a fair answer?
That is a fair answer because every team wants to be in the conversation getting close to playoff time. And that's December. Play meaningful December football.
That's right. It's a borrowed line from Fred Wilpon, who once said his goal for the Mets was to play meaningful September games. And Steve Summers brilliantly mocked that for a decade and a half. I'm not mocking when I say...
because they didn't play meaningful September games.
They didn't, and it was also such a low bar. And I admit it's a low bar, but it's just year one. I'm saying right now, meaningful December games. I'm not going to say that next year and the year after and the year after. But for one season after this incredible streak of ineptitude that they've had, that would make me proud, Coach Glenn. So that's my answer to him. Now, as an IFO, Shaun, what's a season of success for the New York Jets?
I disagree that it has anything to do with win total. I think a successful season for the New York Jets makes you believe that entering 2026, they are capable of making the playoffs. I think it's all about how you end in the vibe. So I don't know that it involves win. Maybe you don't win a game early and you rattle off 5 wins late. But I think you need to end the season thinking we are on the come as a franchise and we are a playoff contender in 2026.
That's a good one.
I think it's connected.
Because year one, yeah, it is. But year one, I mean, it matters, obviously, because you see D'Amico Ryans, who I referenced earlier with Houston. It set the tone of what his tenure is going to be, and what the expectation is going to be going forward. Like, he couldn't have come back in year two and just sucked. I mean, they struggled a little bit. They ended up firing their offensive coordinator, who I was lauding a little bit earlier, but they still made the playoffs. Right. So once you have a successful season, it better beget more successful seasons.
I agree, but
otherwise you're taking a step backward.
I think the way to get to that area of I believe they can be a playoff team or you believe they can be a playoff team is to be in the hunt. I don't know if there's a realistic scenario where you accomplish the whole, hey, I think we're a playoff team next year, and you're not playing relevant December games. That'd be tough to do.